AITA for exposing my sister's affair after she tried to sabotage my wedding. Hi, Redditors. I'm new to posting, but I've been reading AITA for a long time, and now I really need your opinion because I'm torn between a sense of justice and guilt. I, 28F, am planning my wedding with my fiancé, 30M, named Alex. We've been together for 5 years, and this will be the first marriage for both of us. My sister, 26F, named Sarah, has always been a part of my life, but our relationship, let's just say it's complicated. I live in New York, work for an IT company as a project manager, have a stable salary, an apartment in a good neighborhood, and life is generally pretty good. Sarah lives in a neighboring state, New Jersey, is married to a man, 28M, named Mike. They have a small child, 2 years old, a boy, and she works as a school teacher. But she constantly complains about finances, stress, and all that. To understand the context, let me tell you about our childhood. We grew up in a middle-class family in Pennsylvania. Our parents divorced when we were about 10-12 years old. Our mom, 55F, raised us alone, working 2 jobs. I was always the straight-A student, studied well, won a scholarship to college, graduated with honors, quickly found a job. Sarah was more of a free spirit, loved parties, didn't try very hard in school but was always popular, had lots of friends. Mom often compared us like, why can't you be like your sister? To Sarah because I was more successful academically. I think this planted the seeds of jealousy. When I moved to New York after college, Sarah stayed closer to home, married Mike right after high school. They've been dating since they were 18, and everything seemed okay. But over time, I noticed she started commenting on my life in a negative way, like, oh, you're so perfect with your millionaire boyfriend and travels. Although Alex is not a millionaire, just a good guy with a normal job in marketing. We went to Europe once a year, but nothing extravagant. Now about the wedding. Alex and I got engaged a year ago and the planning was going smoothly. I wanted a modest wedding, about 100 guests, in a nice hall in Brooklyn with live music but without excess. Sarah was one of the bridesmaids because, well, she's my sister. At first, everything was fine. She helped with choosing the dress, advised on decorations. But about 3 months before the date, the wedding is scheduled for June this year, I started noticing strange things. First, it was little things. She constantly complained about her marriage in our conversations. Mike is so boring, always at work, and I'm stuck at home with the kid. You're so lucky with Alex, he's so romantic. I tried to support her, advised her to talk to her husband, maybe see a therapist, but she brushed it off. Then the real problems started. At the bachelorette party, which I organized at a spa with friends, Sarah got drunk and started telling everyone how I was changing because of my success. Like, my sister now thinks she's better than everyone because she lives in a big city. My friends told me about it later, and I was shocked, but I chalked it up to the alcohol. But it didn't end there. 2 weeks before the wedding, I started hearing rumors from mutual friends and even some relatives. One cousin, 24F, wrote to me, I heard from Sarah that you're cheating on Alex with some coworker. Is it true? I don't want to go to the wedding if it's true. I was in shock. I never cheated. I love Alex with all my heart. Alex also heard this from his friend who knows Sarah. When I checked, it turned out Sarah had been telling this to several people, claiming she saw me with another guy on the street and that I don't deserve this perfect life. She even sent an anonymous message to one of my bridesmaids with proof. A photo that was just me with a coworker at a corporate event, but the screenshot was cropped to look intimate. I don't understand why she's doing this. I think it's jealousy. She always said she envies my free life without kids, my travels, my career. But to sabotage my wedding, that's beyond the pale. Now I don't know whether to invite her at all or to confront her. Alex says it's toxic and it's better to cut contact. Mom begs me not to ruin the family. AITA if I exclude her from the wedding and tell everyone the truth about her rumors? Am I overreacting? TLDR. My sister is spreading rumors that I'm cheating on my fiancé, trying to ruin the wedding out of jealousy. AITA for wanting to expose her lies. Update 1. Hi, Redditors. Thank you all for your comments on my original post. I read almost everything. Most of you said in TA that Sarah is toxic and I should protect myself and Alex. A few people advised not to confront her immediately, but to gather evidence, and that turned out to be prophetic. I decided not to invite her to the wedding, but first I wanted to talk to her face-to-face to understand why she was doing this. Mom was still trying to reconcile us, saying that sisters should stick together. but Alex supported me and said if she didn't apologize, she wouldn't be at the ceremony. I felt so betrayed, my heart raced every time I thought about those rumors. How could a sister do this? I always tried to help her. Sent money for my nephew's birthday, invited her to New York for weekends, even advised her about work. But now everything has changed. So, a week after I heard about the rumors, this was about 10 days before the wedding, I invited Sarah to meet at a cafe in Jersey City, halfway between us, so neither had to travel far. I chose a quiet place with a view of the Hudson, thinking a calm atmosphere would help. She arrived 20 minutes late, looking tired, hair in a ponytail, no makeup, in an old sweater I gave her 2 years ago. We ordered coffee, I had a latte, she just an Americano because she can't afford the calories, and I got straight to the point. Sarah, I know about the rumors. Why are you telling everyone I'm cheating on Alex? It's a lie and it's ruining my wedding. She denied it at first, her eyes darted around, she said, "What? I never said anything like that. Who told you that? Someone must have gotten it wrong." But I showed her screenshots of messages from our cousin and a friend. It was clear. Sarah said she saw you with another guy on the street in Manhattan and that you don't deserve such a life. Then she exploded. She started crying, yelling. Luckily, the cafe wasn't full, but people were looking. You always have everything. The perfect job, the perfect boyfriend, trips to Italy, an apartment with a park view. And me, I'm stuck in this hole in Jersey with a kid who doesn't sleep at night and a husband who only thinks about work. You don't even understand what it's like to be a mother, to struggle for every penny. Are you jealous of me? No, I'm jealous of you. You steal everything I wanted. I was in shock. I sat there, holding my cup, feeling tears welling up. I asked, "So you're sabotaging my wedding out of jealousy? You want me to be miserable like you?" She didn't deny it, just said, "Maybe if you didn't flaunt your perfect life, I wouldn't have snapped." We argued for another 15 minutes. I told her she was no longer a bridesmaid and might not be invited at all. She stood up, threw out, "Fine, go marry your prince, I'll stay in the mud," and left, leaving her phone on the table. She forgot it in her hurry. I sat there trying to calm down and the phone rang. It was Mike, her husband. I didn't answer, but I noticed the screen was unlocked. She doesn't set a password because she forgets. And then I saw a notification from someone named Student Tim. "Miss you, when's our next meetup?" Heart emoji. I didn't want to pry, but after all this, I opened the chat. There were dozens of messages, photos of Sarah in lingerie, plans to meet at a motel near her school where she teaches. It turned out this Tim is her former student, now 22 years old. They've been seeing each other for 6 months. She wrote to him, "Mike is so boring, with you I feel alive and can't wait to leave him, but the kid." There were even photos from their meetings in the car, in the park. I quickly took pictures of everything with my own phone. My heart was pounding and I thought, oh my God, she's cheating on Mike with some younger guy. Mike is a good guy, works as a mechanic, always helps his family, loves his son. I returned the phone to Sarah later that day, said I found it under the table, but didn't say anything about what I saw. Now I'm debating, should I tell Mike? He deserves to know, but it will destroy their family. And after her sabotage, maybe it's karma. AITA if I do something with this information, or should I just ignore it and move on with the wedding? TLDR. Confronted my sister. She admitted to jealousy and sabotage, left her phone where I saw evidence of her affair with a young student. Now I'm hesitating about what to do. Update 2. Wow, Redditors, your comments on Update 1 were wild, over 500 responses. Most said in TA that Mike deserves to know the truth because cheating is cheating, and Sarah doesn't deserve sympathy after what she did to me. A few people warned about the consequences. Be ready for a family explosion, or send it anonymously so you don't get blamed. I thought about it for a long time, didn't sleep at night, discussed it with Alex, he said. It's not our business, but after her rumors. Maybe it's fair. Mom called every day, begging me to forgive Sarah because she's depressed about her marriage. I didn't tell Mom about the affair, knowing she would defend Sarah. Finally, I decided. Mike deserves the truth, but I didn't want it to come directly from me because Sarah would immediately accuse me of revenge, so I went the anonymous route. First, I gathered more evidence. After that meeting at the cafe, I remembered I had access to our shared family Google Drive. We throw family holiday photos there. Sarah isn't very tech-savvy, and it turned out some of her photos sync there automatically. There were more screenshots of chats with Tim, as if she saved them as memories. One photo, Sarah and Tim at a red roof in motel near her school in Newark, dated 2 months ago. Messages, love our secret meetings, Mike suspects nothing. I downloaded everything, erased my tracks, so she wouldn't notice, and created an anonymous email on Proton Mail, something like "Concerned friend, Proton me." I sent Mike a package, chat screenshots, photos, dates of meetings. In the email, I wrote, "I'm sorry, but you need to know. Your wife is cheating on you with a former student. Here is the evidence, be strong for your son." I sent it in the evening, 5 days before my wedding, and turned off my phone, afraid of the reaction. The next day, chaos. Mike called mom, she told me, screaming, "Sarah is cheating, I found evidence." Sarah denied it at first, said it was fake, but when he showed the photos, she confessed. They had a terrible fight, the neighbors heard screaming. Mike threw her things out on the street. He took their son and went to his parents in Philadelphia. Sarah called me in hysterics at 2 a.m. "It was you. You sent him that out of jealousy. You ruined my family." I denied it. "What? I don't know anything." "Maybe someone else saw your messages." But she didn't believe me, screamed, "You always wanted me to suffer. Now I'm losing everything, my home, my child, all because of you." I felt guilty, my heart clenched because my nephew was now in the middle of this. Mom called in tears. "Why didn't you tell me? Now Sarah is on the edge, talking about divorce. You have to help." But I said, "Mom, it was her choice to cheat. I didn't interfere." Though inside, I knew I had interfered. Now the situation. Mike filed for divorce that same week, wants full custody of their son because Sarah is unstable. Sarah moved in with mom temporarily, cries all day, blames me for everything. She wrote to all the relatives, "My sister took revenge on me for trivial things, now I'm homeless." Some relatives believed her, others didn't, because the rumors about my cheating were still fresh. My friends support me. "She deserved it after trying to ruin your wedding." But I'm hesitating, did I go too far? The wedding is approaching, and now the whole family is divided. AITA for exposing her anonymously, or was it justified revenge? TLDR. Anonymously sent evidence of Sarah's affair to her husband. Now there's a scandal, divorce, she blames me, the family is in shock. Update 3. Hello, Redditors. This is my final update. Thank you to everyone who followed this drama and gave advice. Your comments helped me sort through my feelings, and although most said in TA, I still struggle with guilt. The wedding happened 2 weeks ago, mid-June, as planned, and it was perfect, a sunny day in Brooklyn, with a view of the river, 90 guests, without Sarah, of course, a live cover band playing our favorite 90s songs, and a cake with raspberry cream that Alex chose. I was in a white Vera Wang dress with an open back, bought on sale, budget-friendly, Alex in a gray suit, and we danced until morning. My friends were incredible. One of them, my best friend from college, took on the role of maid of honor instead of Sarah, and everything went off without a hitch. No one mentioned the rumors because I had explained to key people, relatives and friends, beforehand that it was a lie from Sarah due to her own issues. Alex was so supportive. During the vows he said, "You are my everything and no rumors will change that." And I cried tears of happiness. We went on our honeymoon to Italy, Florence and Tuscany, 10 days of wine, pasta and walks, and I'm writing this from our balcony overlooking the vineyards. Life seems perfect, but not quite. Now about Sarah and the consequences. After I anonymously sent the evidence to Mike, everything fell apart for her. The divorce is ongoing. Mike filed for full custody of their son, arguing that Sarah is emotionally unstable and endangers the child with her secret relationships. The judge granted him temporary custody because there were testimonies from neighbors about her screaming and instability. She even missed several days of work at the school due to depression. Sarah lost her home. They were renting an apartment in Newark, and Mike refused to pay for it, so she moved in with our mom in Pennsylvania permanently. She quit her job or was fired, the details are unclear, but the school found out about the affair with the student because Tim, it turns out, told his friends and the rumors spread. Now she is jobless, husbandless, sees her son only on weekends under supervision, and her finances are in a terrible state. Mom helps, but complains she can't handle it all alone. Sarah sent me a few messages after the wedding. "Congratulations on your perfect day. I hope you're happy, knowing you ruined my life." I didn't respond because Alex advised me to block her, but mom relays that Sarah is depressed, seeing a therapist, blames me for everything, says jealousy destroyed her. And here is the critical moment that made me write this final update. During the wedding, when Alex and I were alone after the ceremony, in a small room for the newlyweds, drinking champagne before joining the guests, I suddenly burst into tears, not from joy, but from guilt. I told Alex everything about how I found the evidence, how I sent it anonymously. He knew part of it, but not the details. I said, I'm not proud of it, Alex. I felt so betrayed by her rumors, her sabotage, but did I have the right to destroy her family? Maybe I should have just ignored it and moved on. Now my nephew is without his mom full-time, Sarah is in ruins, and mom isn't speaking to me normally. Alex hugged me and said, "You did what you thought was right. Mike had to know the truth. Imagine if he lived a lie for years. You didn't cheat, you just opened his eyes." But inside, I'm still conflicted. On one hand, I believe Mike really should have known cheating is cheating, and hiding it would have been unfair, especially after Sarah tried to ruin my life with her jealousy. She chose this path herself, by cheating with that student, risking everything. But on the other hand, I'm not proud of myself. It feels like revenge, not justice. I'm not celebrating her downfall. On the contrary, I think about how to help my nephew. I send toys to mom for him, and maybe, in time, I'll forgive Sarah if she changes. The family is divided. Some relatives are on my side, others think I'm vengeful, but I'm trying not to think about it. In the end, I am NTA in the eyes of most of you, and I'm trying to accept that. Life goes on. Alex and I are planning to buy a house, maybe get a dog. Sarah, I hope she finds the strength to get back on her feet. Thank you for your support, Redditors. This is the end of the story. TLDR, the wedding went perfectly, we're on our honeymoon. Sarah lost her marriage, job, custody of her child. At a critical moment during the wedding, I cried from guilt. I'm not proud of the exposure, but I believe Mike needed to know the truth about the affair. NTA, what are your thoughts on this story? Did the author do the right thing? What would you have done in her shoes? Share your opinion in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss new stories.